Some good work on the right flank here. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way.
Might want to be careful there.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Dani Olmo. Schlotterbeck is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's beaten the big chance! It's in! And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Schlotterbeck. Half an hour played now. Serginho. Now it's Van Basten. Now Timber. Xavi Alonso. And it's Timber. Yaya Toure. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Dani Olmo. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Yamal, shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Xavi Alonso. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? He's not played the ball, that's a foul. He has found the way through. Bakula! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, I can understand why his thinking was that way inclined.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Melbourne City looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. Turns back here, probably the best option. Not the most convincing of passes. That's a risk. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Great ball. Van Basten! And there's a goal. A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. A horrible blip. A moment they could well have done without.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
And that's it. My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There's the whistle, and here we go. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter-attack.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Tries to pass it through, and he's managed to get free.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
And he passes it long. He won't be happy with that one. Strokes it back. It's a threatening ball.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Odo. Played back into the centre. And it's Rice. Well, that has not gone well. Patience, the overwhelming virtue in this game so far. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Cruyff will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And the shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
They've played it short. There's the shot! And the ball's come loose here. Zambrotta. Space for him to turn and look. Played in by Zambrotta. He's going for goal! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
I'm a little surprised that he actually couldn't make that count. He's so good from that range. Often, he'll find the net.
And that's a throw-in. Thuram has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Looking for options for movement.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Rijkaard goes back to front. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. That pass has been well intercepted. Mbappe! Buffon claims it without any fuss. No goals as yet.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He has found the way through. Rice.
Liverpool definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Akanji. Rice. And Neymar. And he was quick to react. Now it's Cruyff. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now it's Gullit. And it's Zambrotta. Now this could be a chance. Oh, good take, and Gullit! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Liverpool have the chance to go the other way. Pullet looking to pass their way up the pitch.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Can he get on the end of this? That's a nicely shaped ball. Not the most convincing of passes. Pullet. Oh, that's well spotted. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Just past the 40th minute mark. Might be danger here. He's come in hard. Neymar showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Costa Curta gets over and intercepts. Plays a sharp little ball here. And he's definitely onside. Cruyff! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Cruyff really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Looking for the run, and he's worked it through. Diouf. He's picked his way through. Tries to get it clear. And the whistle goes for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. The midway point of the game.
Melbourne City really can be happy with the strong finish to the half and have no reason to be upset with their overall performance. I think they just need to keep going now, stick at it, and eventually they'll get a break.
We are glad to inform
So we
you
are
that
where
today's
we
match
began.
day
The
programmes are
scoreline
available
remains
from
0-0
stands
at the
by
break.
gates. I'm sure they will make fine
The second
souvenirs.
period is underway.
Melbourne City clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't...
Neymar! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
This is a promising build-up. No way through, so... Real chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Rijkaard can clear it away.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
He's taking on the lot of them. Pirlo with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pullet. Now that looks a decent ball. Odo. Well, we're still waiting for a goal to report here. And this is Cruyff! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Odo. Rice. Thiago. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And he's being shifted off it. Pullet. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. And here's Van Basten. And he cuts out the supply. Oh, there's a probing ball. Vieira is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
A probing pass. Desai did just about enough to come out on top there. Tries a shot! No, just not quite. Oh, easy pickings there. Played into space. And no, that was never going to make it. Odo knocks it into space. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Mbappe.
Mbappe clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Oh, well played, well played. Thiago, 75 minutes played. Opts for safety. Yamal finding himself in space. Van Basten. Van Basten! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask him.
Van Basten! It's a goal! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal!
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
Oh, delicious! Such devilish curl!
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
19, Yamal. Coming on to replace him is number 7, Donadoni.
Liverpool can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Melbourne City have fired themselves in front.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Donadoni. Cruyff. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. He has a look up, takes a shot, and that's a tidy finish. They have stolen level at the last. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now, the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Skillfully cut out, he is so at ease on the ball. Pass somewhat off target. And that is that. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing, and both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So that's got things underway.
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costacurta.
Yeah, in a sense, understated, isn't he? Certainly, some would say underrated. He's one of the less glamorous members of the Milanese elite from the 1990s.
Yeah, but ability-wise, I think he was on a par with the rest of them, and his tactical versatility means the centre-back, full-back,
Sweeper, defensive midfield player.
Yeah, and we shouldn't forget his outstanding vision and confidence on the ball, being almost as important as what he did at the back.
And it's Diaz. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. And this is Van Basten. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's Van Basten! Koeman. Brahim Diaz. Now it's Lee Kang-in. He's in plenty of space here. Brahim Diaz receives... Great chance! Lovely pass, but can he get there? A couple of decent early chances. It bodes well for an exciting game. Oh no, what has happened here? That'll be a throw-in. Dani Olmo. There's the crossfield ball. First quarter of an hour gone. Now it's Lee Kang-in. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Well, that pass isn't the best. Lee Kang-in. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Throw in. And it's Pirlo. Yamal, a player who needs no introduction. Played over towards the opposite flank.
Well spotted.
Nicely weighted ball. And the shot! He's big, and it's in! He's had it taken off him.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And here's Van Basten. Now it's Yamal. That's very neat. He is through here. Oh, that's nice. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, super ball. And here's Van Basten. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And it's hoisted clear. And that's a really buccaneering run he's making. Well, that is one way to stop him. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And he's going to have his name taken. So, another set play.
Yeah, plenty of jostling in that box. They just need a good delivery.
Romero attempts a clearance. Romero can clear it away. And he's in on goal. Oh, important interception. Yamal! And that is wildly off target.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Gerrard, never out of the action for very long. Brahim Diaz delivers. And that is expertly dealt with. Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Ambitious ball here. Now that's well seen too. Aimed beyond the defence. The less said about that pass, the better. Brahim Diaz. And that is out of play.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Dani Olmo can see things others simply cannot. It's a pretty loose pass. Dani Olmo.
There will be 1 minute added time.
That's the throw. Cruyff. And that's really well manoeuvred. That is ended up in no man's land. And that signals the end of the first period. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Not too much so far to lift anybody off their seat.
Yeah, 0-0, but definitely not from the want of trying. There's been plenty of industry and hard work, as well as some good defending, so I wouldn't be too dismissive just yet.
Well, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable. That gets us going once more.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going...
Can he finish? And that is doing no harm at all. Oh, strongly challenged there. Now it's Cruyff. And it's Diaz. Oh, that's fabulous. Ferdinand deals with that comfortably. Zambrotta. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. He's a sharp little ball here. Akanji promptly onto that, and that is that. Could move up a gear here. Now it's Lee Kang-in. Pirlo. Vieira is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Dani Olmo. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Now it's Cruyff. Kimmich. Dani Olmo. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Simply
Takes a shot! And there's a goal! It is the pick-me-up they all longed for. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Melbourne City have taken the lead.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled.
Shoots! Oh, denied brilliantly!
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Substitution.
Melbourne City have their second corner now. Vieira, and he has been fouled there. Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. Pirlo! Melbourne City have their third corner. Big chance! Sudan are looking to go forward now. And he's intervened well there. Yamal is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Can he get it through? And he's picked out the run. Time and again they are repelled.
Sudan really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Played through into space. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Oh, no messing about, it is red. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle. Well, he waited a little while, but it does seem that the referee was eventually convinced that that was a clear enough chance he denied.
Yes, sadly he knew exactly what he was doing and he had to go with the risk.
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. Pirlo! Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Bullet clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Substitution on the field. Number 19, Yamal.
And it's
Coming on the
Lopez.
field is number 7.
Easy enough for the goalkeeper. And it's lofted through here. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Stoichkov. Great ball, and he's in here. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0.
Sudan really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need. Melbourne City have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
That's a throw. Melbourne City still ahead by the game's only goal. Crunching tackle. Now it's Shevchenko. Oh, no joy this time. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. De Paul is always scanning the pitch for targets.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
I think we're just about done here. Cruyff is wide and looking to get onto this. Oh, such a clever touch.
There will be 3
Take
minutes
it back.
added time.
And he's quick to return it. Good running, strong and purposeful. And the number on the board is 3. Fermin. And here's Shevchenko. He's going for goal! Andrei Shevchenko, the great Ukrainian goal machine! A finish of true class!
Number 18.
They have stolen level at the last!
Substitution
He just absolutely speared that in.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and out. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And that gets things running. Well, for anyone whose allegiances lie with the red half of Manchester, this man for so long was an unsung hero. One of the most decorated defenders in the English top flight. he is Mikhail Silvestre.
His game was all about versatility and durability, Peter. An astute defender in the middle, a fine ball carrier with a good engine, went out wide.
Yeah, and you can expect another busy shift from him here.
He's never shy.
Whistle's gone, that's foul. What a start, free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. Pirlo! Decent hit from there. Desai. It's Pirlo. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Tries to pass it through. And he's managed to get free. Ferdinand. Pirlo. Good pressure, determined, intense. Not the most accurate pass. Melbourne City are applying all the early pressure.
Well, they've made all the inroads and their confidence is taking on a growth spurt.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Real chance! Well, it's a fair try, but just off target.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Has a look and plays it forward. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. It's a pretty loose pass. Pirlo. Neither side yet able to find the net. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. That looks a good ball through. That's put paid to the danger. And no, that was never going to make it. Zambrotta. And it's Vieira. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Pull it. Yamal, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. They're back in possession and ready to go again. And it's Vieira. Well, that pass isn't the best. Ferdinand. Desai. Now Pirlo. Spread out to the left. Cruyff. Takes a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Buffon. Ferdinand. Plays a sharp little ball here. Foot in. Pirlo. Thuram. And they've switched it over to the other side. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And this is Van Basten. Look at the space here. Howson clears without hesitation. Oh, what a mistake! Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And it's Thuram. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Berbatov. Well, that has not gone well. Hullet. Oh, good-looking ball. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. It's their second corner of the game. Pirlo goes short. And he's had it nicked away. Deftly away.
Minuto di recupero.
That is ended up in no man's land. And we've reached half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Some first-half thoughts?
I think it's been a decent enough watch, despite the half stagnating a little, if I can put it that way, Peter. We want to see some of that craft we got to see earlier on in the game. Everyone's going to have to find a way to just up the standard again.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action.
Signore e signori, facciamo gli auguri a un membro del nostro fan club che oggi festeggia l'anniversario di matrimonio.
So the action resumes.
Melbourne City have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
He's found a way through. And the shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Silvestre can clear it away. Hullet. Yamal stood up well to him there. Vieira. This is a promising build-up. And here's Van Basten. Van Basten! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Van Basten actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Pirlo. Zambrotta. Desailly.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And smartly reclaimed. Floated through. And this is Ronaldo. He's onside. Thuram defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Now it's Cruyff. That's good play. Howson does really well to win the ball there. And he's quick to return it. Berbatov. Oh, this is a... And the shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Hullet really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Cambio di giocatori.
So, third corner of the game. Pirlo with the short one. And the finish! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Pass somewhat off target. Melbourne City do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Aimed beyond the defence. Out towards the flank. Well, that has not gone well. Zamprota. Pirlo. Vieira is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. And they're quick to get it back. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's having a pop! And he has kept it out somehow.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And that pass just didn't quite work. It's a pretty loose pass. And he's intervened well there. Zamprota. And here's Van Basten. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 6.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Berbatov. Numero 11. Modric.
And this is a Cruyff!
Gerrard.
Oh, denied brilliantly!
Cruyff is offering a right smile there.
Il numero 32. Il numero 18. Messi.
Well, the crowd's impatience is an indicator that they haven't quite given up on a goal just yet. Melbourne City really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Donatoni,
That was lovely, that.
and he's gone backward here. And a chance! Oh, that could be pivotal! A breakthrough! So late in the day! A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
And that's it. And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.